Hello. So I'm back in the book corner where I read the Gruffalo to you, but we're not reading the Gruffalo. I wanted us to have a look at another book by the same lady who wrote the Gruffalo. If you write a book, you're called an author. An author. The author of the Gruffalo is Julia Donaldson, but she's also written some more books. One of them is this one, The Smartest Giant in Town. I haven't got time to read the whole thing for you. If you've got it at home, maybe you can have that as a bedtime story tonight. But there's little bits in the book that I just wanted to tell you because I really like them. We actually read this book just before Christmas. If you weren't here, there's lots of words in here that rhyme. A giant changes his clothes and he wears a nice smart shirt, trousers, a belt, a tie, socks, shoes. And he ends up giving his clothes and his belongings to other animals that need it. He's very, very smart, but he's also very kind. The giant has given his tie to the giraffe, and the giraffe is using it as a scarf. Giraffe, scarf. They rhyme, don't they? Giraffe, scarf. In this picture, there's a goat. That's a goat there. Oh, he looks like me. We've got the same top on. And there's the giant. And the goat is really sad because his boat won't move. So the giant gives the goat his shirt and the goat uses the shirt for a sail. So the goat uses the shirt on a boat. Goat, boat. They rhyme, don't they? Giraffe, scarf, goat, boat. Can you say that? Giraffe, scarf, goat, boat. Well done. In this picture, there's a mummy mouse. That's all of her children. There are even more than that, actually. And the house burnt down. The giant, being very kind, took off one of his shoes and gave it to the mice. So mummy mouse is really happy. The shoe was a house for mouse. Giraffe, scarf, goat, boat, mouse, house. Do that last one again for me. Mouse, house. Where did you learn to rhyme? This is incredible. Then we've got, in that one, a fox. He's crying there. I don't think he's got anywhere to sleep. Now the giant is really kind. The giant takes off one of his socks and gives it to the fox. The fox has got a smelly sock sleeping bag. Fox, socks, fox, socks, giraffe, scarf, goat, boat, mouse, house, fox, socks. Look at the end. He's got hardly any clothes left. Hey, pants, ants. So many words that rhyme in this. This might actually help us with a little sheet. Can we have a look at it? So on the board here, we've got some pictures which match some of the words from the story. I need you to help me match them up. We're going to use rainbow writing to match them up because, a bit like when my brother changes things, they don't match across, do they? There aren't words to write on this one, so we just need to really use our ears to listen. Are you ready? So the goat in the story rhymed with goat and goat, 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 and the goat was in the, hang on, goat was in the socks. That doesn't sound right. Goat, house. No, he wasn't in the house. The mouse was in the house. Goat, boat. Goat and boat. Goat, boat. Let's match them up. Excellent. What's next? So we'll start from this side and we'll go down. So we've got the goat. What's that animal? A giraffe, and he's got a really long neck. And the giraffe tied something round his neck. Giraffe and... what do you put round your neck? Giraffe and socks. Giraffe, house. Giraffe, boat. Giraffe, scarf. Giraffe, scarf. They rhyme. Let's choose another colour for our rainbow writing. Giraffe and scarf. You have to join up the dots. Sometimes it's easier to go from the scarf to the giraffe so you don't lose your place. So we've got goat, goat and a boat, giraffe, scarf, fox, socks. That rhymes. Fox, socks. Not fox, house. Fox, socks. Fox, fox, fox. Wears smelly socks. Let's choose another colour for our rainbow. Fox and socks. So sometimes I do this and it helps me join the dots up properly. Socks, fox, fox, socks. Lovely. Let's choose another colour ready for the next one. We've got goat, boat, giraffe, scarf, fox, socks, mouse, house. Mouse, house. Let's use those. I'll go for the mouse up to here today. I need to swap fingers though. Mouse to the house. Look at that. The reason I've changed and done rainbow writing with it is because it's easier for me to see which ones link up. Well done. Now, I've got a confession. That means I need to tell you something. I'm going to send this picture to your mummies and daddies. You don't have to print it off. If you want to print it off, you can, and you can do the rainbow writing. If you can't print it off, it doesn't matter, because you can just look at your computer or iPad and you can just say to your mummies and daddies, I know that goat rhymes with boat. You can say to your daddies, fox, socks. You could say to your brother, giraffe, scarf. You could say to your sister, mouse, house. Just because you join them up doesn't mean that you don't know how to rhyme them, so you can just pick and say the pictures that match. It's not about writing, it's not about reading, it's about listening to those sounds. Ox, ox. They've got the ox sound at the end, haven't they? So you've got that one. We've done that together. You should be able to do that from the story. But then you've got something else. You've got this sheet as well, and I'm not going to help you with it. I'll tell you what the pictures are, but I can't help you do the work. So again, you could print it off and do the rainbow writing, or you can just show your parents which ones that match. We've got, look at his ears, look at that dog. He's cute. Don't laugh at him. Dog, we've got a pig, we've got a cat, and that's a parrot. I thought bird, but it's actually parrot. Dog, pig, cat, parrot, and they need to match with these ones on this side somehow. We've got a hat, a log, a carrot, and a wig. Can you look at that with your parents and show them if you can do it or not? Now, that's actually not meant to be your work for today. This is your work for today. The work in your folders for today is cutting out these characters. We've got the gruffalo, the snake, the fox, the owl, and the mouse. Your task today was to cut them out. I can do quite good cutting, but sometimes I cut around the shape and then my mummy does a little bit closer cutting for me. But it's just a bit of practice with cutting. So I'm going to cut those out. So I've cut the gruffalo and the owl and the fox and the mouse. I've just got to finish the snake. If you find cutting really difficult, you can ask someone to help you, and you must ask an adult before you start to use scissors, because they can be very sharp. Do you remember how we hold scissors in school? We close them, don't we? We close them like that, make sure they're shut really, really tight, and then we hold them like that so we can't hurt anybody. We don't hold them like this and then walk around the classroom, do we? We close them and hold them to keep everybody safe. So I'm just going to cut out the snake there. And around there, and I've just snipped his tail off. Now I can do two things. I can cry and say, oh, I've ruined my work, I'm going to cry and not do anything. Or I could just say to my parents, I don't suppose we've got any sellotape, have we? Let's see if my sellotape works for this. I've got some sellotape there. I'm just going to stick that back together. My brother will probably be like, oh, I'm crying, I'm not going to do any more work. But I just stick things back together. It doesn't matter, does it? We all make mistakes. So there's his tail back on. It's like he's been to the vets and had his tail sewn back on. I'll show you the book to stick these in now. So here's my red book. This is the large red book, not the little one that we do the dot tests on. This is the bigger one. I could write it, stick them in that page if I wanted to, but I'm going to use a double page for them. So you can use Pritt Stick or you can use sellotape. I'm just going to stick them in. So that's my work stuck in and finished for today. So that was your job. Your only job was to cut out your Gruffalo characters and stick them in the book. So actually, me asking you to do this is asking you to do more work, but we're going to call this a challenge. If you can do this work, whether you mark it off with pencil or whether you just tell your parents what the rhyming words are, that's going to be your challenge. That's your extra work. So if you can do your challenge, that means you get an extra house point because you've been asked to do more work. So 2 sheets on that. You can also get another house point, so 2 house points, if you rhyme more words. I do it to my mum all the time and it actually drives her crazy. At first she said, oh, well done, that's good rhyming. And now she's like, stop rhyming. So if my mummy says, go to bed, I say, bed, head. And she says, just go to bed. If she says to me, can you go and get your coat? I say to her, coat, boat. Sometimes she'll say to me, go upstairs and brush your hair. And I say, hair, bear. And she says, oh, you're driving me crazy. Can you try and drive your parents crazy by rhyming everything they say? If you get some good rhymes, get yourself another house point. Good luck with that work. That's lots of work today. We haven't finished yet, so you've had your phonics check and your literacy check, and after this we'll have our maths video, okay? So do that now and I'll see you in a little while for maths. Good luck.